From a hungry hippo in Zambia that chased after this safari boat, and tourists in Botswana who learned that elephants are quick on their feet, to a lioness in South Africa that knows how to open car doors, and an Australian woman who was pushed around by a silverback gorilla. Here are 10 shocking safari moments caught on camera. Every year, thousands of tourists flock to Chobe National Park in Botswana, Africa for a chance to see some of nature's most majestic animals. From zebras and buffalo to giraffes, hippos, and cheetahs, there's no shortage of wildlife on one of Chobe's safari adventures. The biggest and most common animal on the safari is the African elephant. Adult males can stand about 10 feet tall and weigh a whopping 13,000 pounds. Despite their size, these animals can still run about 25 miles per hour in short sprints. In January of 2018, a safari group in Chobe learned that lesson the hard way when a papa elephant decided that the family photo shoot was over. Did you hear that clank sound at the very end? That was the sound of the elephant's tusk snapping in half after getting stuck in the truck. If we rewind a little, you can see the elephant's right tusk is fully intact. After it lets go, you can see where the tusk broke and even make out pieces of it flying away. Elephant tusks are technically enlarged incisor teeth. They continue to grow throughout an elephant's lifespan, but just like human teeth, they won't regrow if they're damaged or broken. That means Papa Elephant will have these battle scars for the rest of his life. Keystone Safari is a 144-acre interactive zoo in Grove City, Pennsylvania. Their drive-through safari features over 25 species of animals, including miniature donkeys, American bison, elk, and zebras. If you're lucky, you may even get to feed the llamas. On June 19th of 2023, a Grove City woman took her toddler on a self-guided safari at Keystone. They came across a pack of llamas, and the woman knew this was the perfect opportunity for her child to create a lasting memory. While she was successful, she and her kid will remember this moment for all the wrong reasons.
Eat in your car.
You eat in my car, maybe there's something dead on it.
Let's see that again in slow motion. You can tell that wasn't a sneeze. That was a good old-fashioned llama loogie flying in the woman's face. Thankfully, llama spit isn't toxic, corrosive, or dangerous in any way. It's gross, and you should probably clean your face off, but you won't get sick from it. Llamas, which are basically the camel's humpless cousin, spit for several reasons. Females will spit at males when they're not interested in their mating advances, and both genders will use spit to keep others away from their food. Sometimes, llamas are just crabby and will spit without provocation. This one didn't appreciate the woman pulling away while it was in the middle of a snack. Beekse Bergen is a self-guided drive-through safari park in the Netherlands. Visitors can get a taste of Africa from the comfort and safety of their own vehicles. There is just one very simple and very important rule. Stay inside your car. In May of 2018, two Dutch tourists were driving by a coalition of cheetahs when the French family ahead of them decided to stop and get a closer look. They might just be the dumbest people on earth, and they almost paid the ultimate price.
What the fuck? Oh, Jezus, oh my god. Kijk dat beest.
Nee, dit is eng.
Oh, Jezus, wat... Jezus. Oh my god.
Dit is gevaarlijk.
Het is echt, wat doen die? Jezus Christus. Zo, dat beest. Oh joh.
Dit is... Oh my god. Die zit gewoon in de jachthouding.
Oh my god.
The family eventually got back in their car and continued along the route. Then, for some insane reason, they got out again after turning the corner and walked deep into the park. That's when the world's fastest land animal decided to teach them a valuable lesson about following the rules.
Oh, nee. Oh Jezus.
Oh my god.
Oh god, ze worden beslopen.
Oh nee, nee. Oh, nog één.
Nee.
Nee, niet zo hard.
Jezus. Oh my god. Jezus.
Oh.
Het kind. Nee. Jezus.
Nee.
Nee, Jezus. Nee. Doe normaal, man. Jezus. Het is toch niet nog...
Nee.
Wat de f...
Oh, wat erg.
In die auto, mensen. Kom op.
Oh, wat erg.
Despite their stupidity, the family makes it safely to the car and drives away. Park officials heard a sanitized version of the story and didn't learn what actually happened until the video was posted on YouTube. Thankfully, they took the cheetahs' side. Looking back, you can see how the cheetahs ignore the adults and target the toddler. According to one wildlife expert, the mother likely saved her child's life by scooping them up and swiping at one of the cheetahs. Of course, nobody would have been in any danger had they simply stayed in their cars. Giraffes are the tallest animals on Earth. From hoof to head, they can grow to be roughly 19 feet tall. If you're watching this video on the second floor of your house, then a full-grown giraffe could peek through the window and watch it with you. While they're typically docile creatures, male giraffes are known to duke it out from time to time. They'll use their necks and heads like clubs to beat each other over mating rights and territory. Usually, the fight ends when the loser backs down. In this case, the winner was determined by knockout.
Oh my word. Oh shit. Knockout. Stop breathing. Just lights out.
Right here is the blow that did it. It doesn't look like much, but as any boxer will tell you, a hit to the right spot is enough to knock anyone unconscious. As male giraffes grow, their skulls develop calcium deposits that form bumps along the surface. Their heads become heavier and more club-like with age, which helps during combat. Meanwhile, their long necks are incredibly flexible. In this clip, you can see how they wind up and swing, almost like a long rubber baseball bat with a massive club on the end. Giraffes will also spar with each other to practice for the real thing. It's unclear if this fight was over a girl or if the winning giraffe took playtime a little too far. On June 14th of 2022, a San Francisco native was on safari in Masai Mara, Kenya, when he witnessed the most incredible fight of his life. His safari group watched as a male lion charged through their cars and into a pack of 30 hyenas. The male licked his lips as he pounced, but the hyena's friends weren't about to let their buddy become lunch. They surrounded the lion and snapped at his tail, leading to this tense standoff between the king of the jungle and his cackling subjects. The lion thinks he's made his point. He returns to the wounded hyena to finish the job, but the others don't believe this fight is over. Finally, the hyenas stand down while the lion holds up his prey like a trophy. It's Mother Nature's way of saying, mess around and find out.
One of them almost got it. That's why he's the king of the jungle. There you go. Take home, not take home.
He's pulsing pa. Oh my gosh.
It's amazing.
It's a hyena.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Our cameraman Robert had never been on a safari before. He couldn't believe his eyes as he watched the lion defend himself. His tour guide, Solomon, said he'd never seen anything like it in 31 years on the job. But the lion didn't emerge unscathed. After eating its fill, it hung around for a while, licking the wounds on its face, body, and legs. It was the summer of 2015. Two American sisters had flown halfway around the world to visit their parents in South Africa. During their stay, the family decided to take a self-guided safari through one of South Africa's nature reserves. They saw all kinds of animals, but finally stopped the car to admire a pride of lions camped along the trail. That's when one of the females decided she wanted to join the safari too.
Okay, Dad, he's coming to the car. You're gonna have to... Yikes. Did you video that? Yeah, but it's not a very good one. Yikes. Holy cow, Cindy. Oh my gosh. I know. You're supposed to lock the door. Oh my gosh, I didn't know they could do that. Is it locked? Yes. Are you sure? I hope so. Oh my gosh. Did you lock him, Dad?
I did.
That was good.
Boy, will you have a story to tell.
There's a reason they tell you to lock your doors before embarking on a self-guided tour. Luckily, our camera woman was able to close the door before the lion climbed inside. It's unclear where in South Africa this video was shot. Lifelong safari guides who reviewed the footage believe it was some kind of lion park and not a wild reserve. If you look closely, you can see a fence in the background and bars around the base of the tree meant to prevent the lions from climbing. This being a lion park explains why the lions appeared so calm around cars and humans. They have lost their natural fear of humans, said one Botswana safari guide. Curiosity got the better of her, and she was determined to investigate the contents of the vehicle. Meet Damien and Gemma Cosgriff, a happily married couple from Melbourne, Australia, whose love story nearly ended in tragedy. It was March 18th of 2016. The couple had just tied the knot and were on their honeymoon at the Volcanoes National Park in Rwanda. While on a guided safari, their tour group came upon a family of silverback gorillas. Unfortunately, Gemma's bright pink shirt may have attracted some unwanted attention.
Jimmy, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Jimmy, you're okay. You're okay.
In slow motion, you can see the 600-pound male plant a firm hand on Gemma's midsection and playfully force her to the ground. Thankfully, it kept moving while one of our tour guides helped the newlywed back to her feet.
You said it would happen.
At the end, we hear Damien say he said it would happen. We're guessing the tour guide had warned Gemma against colorful clothing. Compared to everyone else, she sticks out like a bright pink thumb. The silverback moved on and never showed any signs of aggression toward Gemma. She was okay and said that, despite the gorilla's massive hand, it was quite cushiony, like a pillow. On May 23rd of 2021, tourists on the Zambezi River in Zambia, Africa, were out for a sunset cruise when a pod of hippopotamus bobbed their heads above the water. One of the tourists took out her phone to record the hippos in their natural habitat. That's when one of them dipped below the surface and wound up charging straight for the boat. The hippo chased them for about 200 meters, at which point it gave up and returned to the pod. Everyone on the boat made it back to the lodge in one piece, having learned several valuable lessons that day. The average hippo can measure between 10 and 16 feet in length. Females will grow to about 3,000 pounds, while some males will triple in size to 9,000 pounds. They're considered the deadliest land mammals on Earth, as they claim the lives of roughly 500 Africans each year. But for an animal that spends about 16 hours per day in the water, hippos can't actually swim. Instead, they run along the bottom and jump when they need to reach the surface. That's how the hippo in this video is keeping pace with the boat. He's running, not swimming. The Zulu Nyala Game Lodge is a private reserve in the wilderness of Hlufluwe, South Africa. Guests can embark on a variety of safaris and excursions and are guaranteed to see rhinos, buffalo, lions, leopards, and elephants. On November 3rd of 2014, a safari group was out on foot when they came across a rather aggressive elephant. It charged them, forcing the group to back away. That's when tour guide William sprang into action. While he was armed with a hunting rifle, he only ever needed his voice.
Hey! Hey! Don't run, just very slowly. Hey! Stop it! Hey! Hey! Stop it! Stop! Hey! Stop it! Hey! Move! Right! Come on!
Anybody need a nappy?
Tour guide William knew exactly what he was doing. Standing your ground and making yourself big and loud is the best way to survive these situations. Elephants are bigger and faster than you'll ever be. Turning your back and running is a surefire way to get crushed. The Jalana Safari Park is a leopard reserve in Rajasthan, India. It covers roughly 12.5 square miles of land in the Aravalli Hills, and it's advertised as India's first official leopard sanctuary. You're pretty much guaranteed to see one of these big cats while on a safari. That's why this tour group was confused to see a stray dog wandering around the reserve. It was September 2nd of 2018. The tour was just getting started when the dog limped out of the forest and stopped in front of the cars. Meanwhile, a hungry leopard hid in the bushes, waiting for the right moment to pounce. It was hungry feline versus injured canine. Let's see who comes out on top. The brave dog kept barking until the leopard finally retreated into the trees. Park officials said it was a stray that had walked onto the property from a nearby village. Unfortunately, stray dogs have become an issue in Llama Park. Most of the leopards see them as easy prey. This leopard, a 2-year-old female named Juliet, would have likely eaten a hearty dinner had it not been for the tourists behind the dog. Forest officials don't think the barking had anything to do with the cat walking away. In this case, the safari cars were the dog's best friend. If you enjoyed this video and want to see another just like it, be sure to click the link on screen now. As always, thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in next time.